Fargo Dakota territory. This is why we're here.
Welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps out a lot. It doesn't cost anything. It'll just give you a notification when I release a new video. Today I'm in Moorhead, Minnesota, standing in front of a house that was built in 1884. I've got permission to excavate the grounds in search of artifacts, so we'll take a walk around and see what's going on. Here's the house. I'm guessing this main part is the earliest. I was told some additions were put on, but they all seem to be fairly early. In the backyard seems to be open. There's a garage, but it's smaller, and the gravel lot we can always drill through. I've got a good feeling about this. I'm straight out back of the house. If you look over here, you'll see I have some sticks in the ground. Those mark the corners of the area we'll be digging. Pushed a probe rod through, hit what I believe is glass, possibly some ashes. We'll get it opened up. Oh, this is a packed little pit. All kinds of stuff. Hood sarsaparilla. Applied top. C.I. Hood and Company, Lowell, Massachusetts. That is an oldie. So you can see the applied top. Looks like the glass drips down a little bit. That's pre-1890 for sure. All the stuff's kind of wedged in here. A little prescription bottle. Okay, that's a French square style. That's a 1870s, made by the McCully Glassworks. I believe that was Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. No embossing, unfortunately. We've got a... oh. Acme blacking. I dug some of these on a military fort from an 1880s pit. It was a shoe polish, boot polish, tool top piece. Mid-1880s I'd put this at. Maybe mid to late 1880s. And an ironstone china coffee cup. Oh, and a hammerhead. St. Jacob's Oil, Charles A. Vogler Company, Baltimore, Maryland. Tool top, super popular patent medicine. And a tool top Philadelphia Oval style prescription bottle. Definitely 1880s era. And a lamp chimney. This style with the ridges spread out like that. Definitely 1880s era. Might be a wrench. Huh. Fairly corroded. It's hard to say for sure. Alright, looks like a couple more here. Maybe some patent medicine. And a liquor flask, I believe. Oh, Dr. Pierce's Golden Medical Discovery. I've dug so many of these over the years. Must have been some really good stuff. R.V. Pierce, MD, Buffalo, New York. Looks like there may be a use layer down here. It's basically ashes down to this point, but yeah, the ground definitely softens up.
stuff is packed in tight.
And a liquor flask. This is a shoe fly style. These were popular in the 1870s until around the turn of the century. Proprietor is it LM Green? Yeah. Could have been Dr. Bush's German syrup. This one's got a key mold bottom. See, fit together like a key. One side had the circle, the side, and pressed together. That's a tooled top piece. This here, maybe melted glass. Yeah, I think so. And maybe a liquor jug. Let's see. Another patent medicine. Tooled top, Allen's Lung Balsam. Cincinnati, J.N. Harris and Company. Very popular patent medicine for its day. Okay, and it's a broken liquor jug. Cork would have gone in there, had a handle. It's an Albany slip glazed piece. 1870s or 1880s, likely 1880s. There's not a lot of room to work down here, but managing to pick through all this a bit. White wine and tar syrup, Warner's, Reading, Michigan. Got some groundwater in it. On an early Stewart's Bluing from Minneapolis. It's got the circle around the embossing there. It's got a kind of squatty top with a flared out lip that's unusual. Almost looks like a Horsford's baking powder, but I don't see any embossing on it. That is an applied top though. Look at that, the glass dripping down. It's an oldie. Maybe a patent medicine or something. Let's see. For consumption, Piso's Cure, Hazeltine and Company. I've dug a few of these in green, actually. Most of them are green. This was a cannabis medicine. broken California fig syrup bottle from San Francisco. Huh. That is something. LB on bottom. It's got like a really deep aqua color to it. Tool top. Okay, I hear a lot of glass down here. Looks like maybe another patent medicine. Platter. Edwin Brothers, possibly. That's an old stamp. Another hood sarsaparilla. This one's got a tooled top. Lowell, Massachusetts. C.I. Hood and Company. And another. Also a tooled top piece. Hood sarsaparilla usually has like a chemo looking bottom on these. Apothecaries on one side. Couldn't tell you how many of these I've dug over the years. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's got a label. Looks like a glue bottle. That is fairly well deteriorated though. It's kind of cool to see somewhat of what the label looked like. Broken French square style prescription bottle. And another, maybe a ½ ounce or a 1 ounce size. And an Allen's Long Balsam. Cincinnati, J.N. Harrison Company. That's a tool top piece. Looks like we may be getting into a use layer of some sort here. Got all kinds of stuff. Wow. Oh, that's nice. Looks like some gold paint, maybe a toothpick holder or something. And another Stewart's bluing. Nice to find a yellow olive one. These have been found in a few different colors. One of the first ones I found was actually like a citron kind of yellow. Nothing. Yeah, a Blake style prescription bottle.
some wood ash down here. It might be at the bottom. Maybe the pit was cleaned out at some point. It left just a little bit on the bottom. There's a bottle in here. Little pharmaceutical of some sort. LB on bottom. Not sure what that stands for. Tool top. I was kicking some ashes out of the way here and saw this P.W. Hawkinson Pharmacist, Moorhead, Minnesota. It's a Blake style. Definitely a solid 1880s there. Some stuff down here. What do we have? Some kind of a footed goblet. It's got some leaves on it. Huh. And a Dr. Pierce's Golden Medical Discovery. R.V. Pierce, M.D., Buffalo, New York. All kinds of stuff here. Looks like a Warner's Safe Cure. Oh, a very tiny pill bottle. It's got to be a sample size or something. Maybe the smallest bottle I've ever dug. That is clean. That is very clean glass. Warner Safe Kidney and Liver Cure, Rochester, New York. That's a mint, I believe. These ashes are something to work in. It's so dusty. I should have a dust mask on. Some kind of a flavoring extract bottle. What else has a partial label? Okay, another Acme blacking bottle. Sure, boot polish, 1880s. Broken French square style prescription. That's strange. Maybe a salt or pepper shaker. The bottom broken. And a footed goblet of some sort. Oh, it's maybe a piece to a child's tea set. Can't say for sure. Looks like some kind of dollhouse china. And a Mexican Mustang liniment from New York. I find a lot of these. It's a popular product all across the US during its time. Tool top. The pit's all finished up. I concluded it was an outhouse pit used by the residents during the 1880s. Got a good few early pieces here. Goblet, some liquor flasks, pharmaceutical, that possible toothpick holder, bluing bottles, boot polish, some prescriptions, including that one from Moorhead, ink bottle, a lot of patent medicines, some paneled pieces. Well, there you have it. We'll get it filled back in. That spot cleaned up well. Just over here, pushed a probe rod through. You'll see it kick some marks in the ground. It was in that area. I hit what I believe is ashes and a bit of glass. We'll get it opened up. Down a little over a foot. Looks like a couple bottles here. Oh, Griggs Cooper and Company, home brand flavoring extracts. So I believe this is from St. Paul, Minnesota. It's got a tooled top, which dates it sometime between 1890 and 1910, likely closer to the 1890 range. And I wonder, it's either a champagne or a hawk wine. If it's a hawk wine, it's definitely got some good age. Those are usually found in 1880s pits in this part of the country. I also have found them in 1880s pits all over the country. It's a hawk wine. Tooled top piece. I'd say it's definitely pre-1900. That's beautiful. It's have a really nice shape. They're not always found intact. You can see they were an easy target or could have broken easily. A lot of surface area. This one's actually a turn mold. I see some embossing. I actually see a use layer here. Look at that color change. Broken mason jar. What do we have? The lip must be caught in the jar. Let's see. Oh, it's unusual. Looks like there's a window might be caught on. And there's another bottle. Duncan F. McNabb, druggist, Moorhead, Minnesota. So this is a circa 1905 piece. It's got the rounded lip that came about around 1900. Lasted until this style, probably about 1912. Doesn't have the collar underneath it. That was started in about 1908. Or exactly 1908. Looks like some kind of patent medicine, possibly. Maybe a liquor flask. It's a broken either Eagle or Mikado style flask. That circa 1905 range. And this patent medicine. There we go, that's intact. What do we have here? McElry's Wine of Cardew? I don't know, Chattanooga Medicine Company. So, you see Chattanooga Medicine, the name of the product. I'm guessing this is
circa 1905 like the rest of the pieces. A couple pieces. There seems to be packed bottles. Let's see here. Got an ink. No name on it. Tool tops, likely Sanfords or Carters. Broken patent medicine. A lot of broken stuff in this pit. Oh, there we go, a shoe polish bottle. Whitmore from Boston. Again, about circa 1905. This looks like it's either a liquor flask or a prescription bottle. Some kind of a ironstone china piece. Almost looks like a soap dish. But soap dishes are usually a little heavier, thicker. Some numbers and NS on the bottom. I don't know what that means. This has been broken a while. I can see the rust in the brake. Now, what is all this stuff? It's all just kind of like intertwined in here. Might be a liquor flask. This is broken, whatever it is. See the break up there. Looks like it was an ammonia bottle, likely for doing laundry. Well, it looks like this pit was never cleaned out. We've got a use layer down here and a couple bottles. Here's a GW Coal Company, CW Coal, 3-in-1 oil. Okay, I think WD-40 now has the rights to this. It was just an all-purpose oil. They'd use it for bicycle chains and clocks. There we go. Duncan F. McNabb Druggist, Moorhead, Minnesota. Another circa 1905 piece. And another one. This one's got the Dean Foster sunburst on the bottom. Duncan F. McNabb. Oh, it's rust. I thought I
Was hearing the trowel scrape against the embossing on a bottle. Shorts are kind of brutal. Oh, what do we have here? Baldwin Brothers, City Drugstore, Jamestown, North Dakota. So, I've heard of that company before. I may have dug one. I'm not sure if I dug one with the monogram like that, though. This is an 1892 patent bottle. A little ointment pot, so they call it. It could have been repurposed for ink, or maybe it was just sold with some kind of paint inside of it. What do we have here? It's that liquor flask. This is bottom of a beater crock, zinc glazed. And what else do we have here? No embossing. It's a tooled top shoe fly style flask. These are used from the 1870s until about 1905. Another blank. Be nice to find one of these with a local embossing on it. Tooled top. Okay, now that's hard packed clay. That might actually be the bottom. Kind of pharmaceutical bottle, I think. Oh, get this cleaned out. I see some embossing. We definitely found the bottom, and just working our way across. Duncan F. McNabb. Okay, I think we've got 4 or 5 of these now. It's got the sunburst on the bottom. And maybe a little Vaseline container of some sort. Just Manufacturing Company Vaseline tool top. And maybe this is a sample size liquor shooter or sample size. I bet it's a sample size bitters. It's got to be what it is. Another tool top piece. And oh, okay, that's a little damage on the top. Another Duncan F. McNabb druggist bottle from Moorhead. And oh, what do we have here? Fairchild Brothers and Foster Digestive Ferments, New York. Never seen one of these before. That's rare. Maybe not the bottle itself, but I dig something around here I haven't seen before. Hamlin's Wizard Oil. So Hamlin was actually a traveling magician before he started the medicine company. As far as I know, the ingredients were likely just opium and alcohol. And Mrs. Stewart's Bluing from Minneapolis. It's got the circle around the embossing, and the tool top's got to be, might actually be 1890s. Something they held on to and discarded later. Here's the haul. Concluded this was an outhouse pit used by the residents circa 1905. Got a few pieces. Remarkably, the majority of the prescription bottles were embossed. Got that hock wine and ink, some patent medicines, liquor flask, extract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 embossed prescription bottles. I think it was 6 to 1 with only one slick blank bottle. Well, there you have it. We'll get this filled back in. Well, that cleaned up well. Got one spot left in this yard. That probe is dead center. You see it kick marks in the ground. We'll get it opened up. Down a couple feet. Looks like a couple pieces here. I think a broken chamber pot lid. I've been finding pieces of this thing. Just ironstone china piece. I'm guessing we're in a 1880s to 90s layer. But I haven't pulled up a full piece to confirm that. Wow, that's kind of cool. It's like a semi-porcelain plate. Maybe even an ironstone china piece. Stone china on the bottom there. Not sure if I've dug a piece with that stamp before. Might actually have most of it. Let's try to find that last one. What do we have here? So this, I believe, is an applied top, indicating pre-1890. That's an export style beer bottle. And some kind of a key mold piece with a tooled top. Could have held a patent medicine or some kind of chemical. So you've gotten into a use layer there. You see the color change. I'll have to get this cleaned out. Well, haven't found bottom yet. There's definitely some pieces down below. Got a few. Let's see, some kind of pharmaceutical, it looks like. Chemical. Rio Chemical Company, St. Louis. Never dug one of these before. That's a tooled top. Oh, nice amber color. Anything on it? Looks like a French square. Huh. J.P. Allen, St. Paul, Minnesota. Never seen one of these. I'm not sure if it's a patent medicine or a prescription, as it could be from a drugstore. There's all kinds of stuff in here. It's like a use layer. Shiloh's consumption cure. Leroy, New York. S.C. Wells.
I've dug these before. I dug some in Yankton. Huh, tool top. Whoa! That's blue glass. Thought it was a dye or bluing at first. What is this thing? For all throat and lung diseases. Ackers. I'm not even sure what that says. Ackers English Remedy. WH Hooker and Company, sole agents North and South America. Never dug one of these before. That is something. Oh, JPL in St. Paul, Minnesota. Huh. Still has the cork in it. And a little pharmaceutical, possibly. LB on bottom. No embossing, no other embossing. In a lamp chimney, 1880s or 90s. I loosened this up with the 2-prong, and I think there's a few bottles down here. It looks like maybe some kind of dye, ink, hard to say for sure. And another, decent age, it's gotta be 1880s. Looks like a slate shingle or a slate board. Here we go. B.F. McCall, druggist, Moorhead, Minnesota, tool top. There's a use layer. Oh. And some cut uranium glass, or Vaseline glass. It's got some really nice color. It's been a nightmare working around these roots. I saw, yeah, there it is, Ross's. Round bottom soda, and it's Belfast, so I believe Ross worked for Cantrell and Cochran, and left the business and started his own sometime in the mid 1880s. That's a solid 1880s bottle. Yeah, working around these roots is almost impossible with the trowel. Some kind of a lamp, or maybe just a glass container of some sort, pressed glass.
might be plate glass windows. I've been finding a lot of them. They sound like bottles. Yeah, more plate glass. Let's get this cleaned out. We've got an incredibly early flask down here, and looks like a prescription bottle. I feel embossing on it. I'll leave that for a minute and try to get this figured out here. Oh, look at that. That is incredibly early for this area. It's the Chambers Glass Company, and that's got an applied top. This thing's like 1880. This is one of the oldest liquor flasks I've dug in the valley. That's amazing. All right. Fargo Dakota territory. This is why we're here. O.H. Nelson Metropolitan Drugstore, Fargo DT. Look at that. That is clean. Got some seeds inside. Undigested seeds, classic. Wow, that thing is mint. Gotta be super careful. That's very thin glass on those. On a French square style prescription bottle. Good age, too bad there's no embossing on it. On a Mrs. Winslow's Soothing Syrup. Curtis and Perkins. This company is from Bangor, Maine. That's an old one. It's popular medicine. It was actually known as the baby killer because it was used to quiet babies with colic. Morphine was the main ingredient, and it would turn out that some of the babies would overdose. Yet it was a popular product, I believe, through the turn of the century. Broken patent medicine. All right, may feel embossing here. Let's see. Shiloh's Consumption Cure. Wow, this is an early pit. S.C. Wells, Leroy, New York. Shiloh's Consumption Cure. Tooled top. Early one though. Got another bottle here. Let's see. Blank Blake style bottle made by the McCully Glass Company. Tooled top. Another blank. It's a strap-sided piece, is what they call it, because of the outward embossing on the sides. And a blank Philadelphia oval style prescription. 1870s or 80s on that one for sure. I should point this out. This piece I found is part of a flask. It comes to a point. We call that a knife edge flask. These were generally out of style by about 1883, 85 at the latest. And a ball neck panel style bottle. This could have see, made by McCully Glassworks. This could have held a flavoring extract, maybe a medicine, likely an extract. This pit's done. Here's the haul. This is one of the oldest pits I've dug in the valley. It's truly amazing. Got some utility, maybe patent medicine pieces. Those ones lined up there are definitely patent meds. Some prescription bottles, including the one from Fargo Dakota Territory, Moorhead, Minnesota. Actually, we got 2 Moorhead prescription bottles. Some pharmaceuticals, ironstone. Well, there you have it. We'll get it filled back in.